part of something so much larger, something that is where we all come from, regardless of the hue of our skin. We are just the new humans, understanding that there is now an extra E, I say. I want to bring it into being that way. I would appreciate that, Joshua. Yes, let's connect, and I would love to be able to share this message in a bigger way, though I don't know what I would say other than what I said, because when I do it, I'm not thinking. I've gotten out of my head and into my heart, and when I went over the edge last fall, when so many thought it was a breakdown, and it was in fact a breakthrough, it just was quite messy because I hadn't yet fully integrated the new energies that I was vibing at, because I had taken in new frequencies with, for instance, the brain tap technology that I had tried when I was over in Arizona, and then began to rely on an external device that could superpower me. That wasn't how it was explained to me, but I was in such a phase of feeling that things needed to move so much faster, that there was an imminency and an urgency that needed to take place. And so I felt, as a catalyst, needed to make it happen. But that was just ego. And so there was very much an egoic element to my downfall in the fall. But through it, I grew, and I saw underneath of the system's skirt, so to speak, and it's not pretty down there. It's not where you want to go, my friends. I would not recommend it. Definitely don't call yourself in. I'll not do it ever again. Although others will likely call me in, because these ideas are risky. These ideas of saying, remember your power. Remember and start to notice where you give it away. Remember and consider who you give it away to and why. What are the stories connected to the reasons that you give your power to someone else, and let them write your story. And I say that and ask you that because I have given away my power so many times I can't even count. My entire life, that was how I gave away my power. I didn't realize just how powerful I was, and neither do you, my friend. Neither do you. Or maybe you do. Maybe you're standing in your light so bright that when others bring their chaos into your realms, you can simply say, no. Maybe you've been doing that inner work, meditating, getting still and silent, so that when those energies come to be integrated, you actually sit and let them merge. Unlike me, who was like, we need to make it happen! And then running around and not letting those energies actually integrate. Although, over time, those energies have come in because I settled down as I learned and I grew, and I became the one who embodies a new energetic signature, which is what the hero's journey takes all of us through, the journey of into who and whose we truly are. And then at the end, right before we get to the phase of contribution, of sharing the wisdom that we gained from the journey that took us out of the comfort zone of home into the unknown, the dark night of the soul is very much an important piece of that trip too, because when we go into the innermost cave of our own self-awareness, our own understanding, our own center, that there is where we meet the dragon of our dreams. The dragon that helps to remind us of the magnificence of our own being. The dragon is the one that protects the treasures of our purpose, which we came to this world with. And I want you to know that there is a point at which you joined in this show, that you were there in that moment drawn to come here for the message that was on. So please recognize that what I was saying when you joined in was not just words meant for everyone. Maybe, yes, they were. But I would say that it's most likely that where you tuned in specifically was the message that you needed to hear today, for your soul to be sparked. And you don't have to stay. By all means, go off onto your day and bless others in the way that only you can, just as I will do too. And if you don't have anywhere else to be today and want to grow, then by all means, please do join the Awakened Life Live Summit that is kicking off at 10 Eastern Standard Time. And it'll be until 10 o'clock this evening, too, and tomorrow, 10 to 10, too, because it's an opportunity to realize that all of us are 10s. If we are willing to put that number on top of our own head and also see others that way, too, because others often begin to reflect the number that we put on to them. And if we put on a 3, 4, 5, then we're only going to get to jive with one of those kind of people who have not understood the power that is within them. Does not mean they don't have it, just means they have forgot and are not accessing it. And as we know with the body, if we do not use it, we lose access to it, as with everything. So I would love to know what you guys think of what has been shared this evening. Is it evening where you are? No, it's morning for me. But that is because I am here. Woo! Hi. Whoops. All right, so I'm going to do some handstands, and I'm going to encourage you. As we stand on our own. Uh-oh. Well, that's good. I wasn't sure how far up that went. When we can stand on our hands because we've practiced, and we can do other things that make us seem cool. They are just tricks like magic that we learn to impress others, or that we learn just to impress ourselves, and I am happy to say that I made myself proud. And I would encourage you to do something you can grow from, and in the end you can share them with a friend too, and that